Before we get into it, I got to say, welcome back to my channel. I don't know how you got here, but I'm so glad you're here. If you're new here, I hope you stick around and hit that notification bell beside subscribe. Make sure it's set to all so you'll be notified whenever. Coyote has just undergone an ownership change as the sister wives stars have signed off on the land. Yet, what does this change mean for the Browns? Keep reading for further details on where the property currently stands. Sister Wives Coyote Pass ownership change. Coyote Pass has been a bone of contention for the Sister Wives cast. They bought the land upon relocating from Las Vegas to Flagstaff, Arizona. There were two choices, Cottonwood and CP, but they heard angels singing at the latter. That was when they pulled the trigger, but it was anything but easy. The four wives could not agree on what parcels they wanted and where they were located. Every woman wanted to feel like they were treated fairly, but that was not always the case. Finally, they settled their lots, but the ownership was always murky. Kody Brown had a piece of every parcel, and then Robyn Brown became a big shareholder as well. A lot also changed when Christine Brown Woolley left the Plural family in early 2021 and sold off her lot for $10. The division of the land was never quite right, and then after the property was officially paid off, Mary and Janelle Brown wanted it to be sold or their stake. They had also left Kody and the Plural family. Therefore, they no longer had a desire to build. As of Thursday, March 27th, the sister wives stars now all own a piece of the four lots. No longer is it one former wife and Kody, but rather all of them together. Per the warranty deed, Kody and Robyn own 50%, while Janelle and Mary each own 25%. This is a huge upgrade for Mary, who previously owned 15.5%. Janelle had owned 32.2%, and Robyn had over 50% of the ownership. As for Kody, he had the most, owning 100% as his name is on each piece. The final decision. In the end, 3 lots are owned by the 4, with the last one belonging to Kody and Robyn Brown. The sister wives stars fought over Kody selling the land in the first part of season 19. Mary and Janelle Brown asked Kody to buy them out, but he maintained he could not afford it. Janelle encouraged Mary to get a lawyer, as Kody would not communicate properly with either of them. They wanted to ensure he was doing the right thing, but he seemingly was not ready to sell. With this new revision, are fans and followers shocked or happy that it is much more evenly balanced? Are they still selling it? I hope so. Everyone, except for Robyn, signed the deeds in January. Robyn signed on March 26. It looks like she wasn't happy about it or tried to get more. Why does Robyn get a share in the whole land? Makes no sense. Robyn owns Kody. Yes, Robyn was the last holdout to sign, but Chiha, and hopefully they can sell it, and it will be fair, balanced, and equal. Are you shocked at the revision or very confused as to what is next? Let us know and watch Sister Wives when it returns April 20th. Sister Wives saga continues to evolve, and in a surprising twist that has captivated fans and piqued the interest of reality TV followers, there has been a significant shift in the ownership of Coyote Pass. For years, Coyote Pass, an expansive plot of land situated in Flagstaff, Arizona, has been a symbol of the Brown family's shared dream. However, after years of financial strain, emotional upheaval, and the unraveling of family dynamics, the Browns have finally signed off on the land's future, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter for the family. The story of Coyote Pass. Coyote Pass was first introduced to viewers of Sister Wives as the Browns' ambitious plan for the future, a place where each wife would have her own house, and the family would finally have a permanent home base. The land represented the ultimate goal of Kody Brown's plural family vision. a sprawling compound where the family would live together and support one another. The dream seemed perfect on paper, large enough to accommodate the unique needs of Kody and his 4 wives, with enough space for the children and their growing lives. Over the years, fans of the show watched as the Browns navigated the highs and lows of life on Coyote Pass. There were moments of excitement when plans for homes were drawn up, and moments of frustration when the project faltered. However, no one could deny that Coyote Pass became a symbolic anchor in the Browns' narrative, a physical representation of Kody's vision of a polygamist family living harmoniously, each wife with her own space, yet still intertwined as one large unit. But as time passed, the dream of Coyote Pass seemed to lose its luster. The Browns faced mounting financial difficulties, and their relationships began to fray. Tensions between Kody and his wives, particularly Christine, who eventually left the family, brought the reality of the land's future into question. The idea of a sprawling, interconnected family living on the same land was no longer plausible, as Kody's relationships with his wives shifted dramatically. With the emotional toll of their familial struggles and the weight of unfinished projects, the Browns' vision for Coyote Pass became increasingly unclear. And now the family has officially signed off on a change of ownership, signaling the final end of their shared dream. The decision to move on. The decision to change the ownership of Coyote Pass marks a crucial turning point for the Browns, symbolizing a shift in the family's priorities and a step toward independence. It is clear that the land, once the foundation of Kody's family vision, no longer aligns with the individual aspirations of the family members. Christine Brown, who made headlines in 2021 when she announced her separation from Kody, was one of the first to move on from the Coyote Pass dream. Christine had long expressed that the land represented a fractured version of her ideal family. She had imagined a life where she could live independently, without the constant complications of plural marriage. Her decision to sell her portion of Coyote Pass and pursue a life in Utah was a symbolic moment of liberation, a move towards self-discovery, and a rejection of the constraints placed on her by Kody's polygamous vision. Janelle Brown, too, has made her own steps toward a more independent life. While she has not fully cut ties with Kody, her desire for a different kind of living arrangement became evident after years of being part of a plural family. Janelle's willingness to embrace a future outside of the Coyote Pass project suggests that she, too, sees the land as an outdated representation of a dream that no longer holds meaning for her. For Mary Brown, the decision to change ownership likely has its own layer of complexity. Mary, who has remained emotionally distant from Kody for years, has struggled to find her place within the family. With the dissolution of her relationship with Kody and the increasing pressure of her own emotional journey, the idea of holding on to Coyote Pass may have lost its appeal. Mary has often expressed a sense of loneliness in her marriage, and perhaps the signing off on Coyote Pass marks a final acknowledgement that she is ready to chart her own path, free from the expectations of the plural family who has faced public scrutiny for his relationships with his wives, must also come to terms with the end of Coyote Pass as the centerpiece of his vision. Kody's role as the patriarch of a plural family has been central to his identity, but the breakdown of his marriages has forced him to reevaluate what that identity means. The sale of Coyote Pass may signify Kody's realization that the life he once dreamed of is no longer possible, and that he too must move on and find his own path forward. Financial and emotional implications. The decision to sell or transfer the ownership of Coyote Pass is not simply an emotional one. It also carries significant financial implications for the Brown family. When the Browns first purchased the land, they invested considerable amounts of money with the intention of building multiple homes. But the escalating costs of construction, combined with the family's growing financial struggles, made it increasingly difficult for them to fulfill their dream. Throughout the years, the Browns have faced challenges in securing funding for their land development. The reality of financing large-scale construction while simultaneously navigating the complexities of plural marriage proved to be a significant hurdle. The sale or reassignment of Coyote Pass ownership is likely a practical move, allowing the family to liquidate an asset that no longer aligns with their financial goals. On an emotional level, letting go of Coyote Pass likely carries a deep sense of loss for the family. Despite the conflicts and tensions within the group, the land has always been a symbol of their shared history and dreams. The decision to walk away from it represents not just a break from Kody's original vision, but also a break from the emotional ties that once bound the family together. The end of an era for the Browns. The signing off on Coyote Pass signifies the end of an era for the Brown family. For years, the plot of land in Flagstaff, Arizona, represented the hopes and aspirations of a polygamist family seeking unity and connection. It was where they dreamed of building homes and a future together, despite the unique challenges of their lifestyle. As the family members part ways with the land, they are also parting ways with the idea of a unified future. The ownership change is a reflection of the broader shifts in the family's dynamics. With Christine leaving the family, Janelle reevaluating her place within it, Mary distancing herself, and Kody facing the consequences of his strained relationships, Coyote Pass stands as a symbol of the family's unraveling. The dream of a sprawling, interconnected family living side by side has been replaced by a more fragmented reality, where each member is charting their own course. This change in ownership may be bittersweet for the Browns, but it also marks the beginning of new possibilities. For Christine, Janelle, Mary, and Kody, the sale of Coyote Pass opens the door to new opportunities, independent futures, and the chance to redefine their lives on their own terms. It's a reminder that sometimes moving on from the past is necessary for growth and healing. What's next for the Browns? With the signing off on Coyote Pass, the Browns are stepping into uncharted territory. For Christine, this marks a fresh start as she has already established a life in Utah with her new partner, David Woolley. Janelle has spoken openly about her desire to explore life independently as well, and her future may be one of new beginnings and personal growth. Mary, too, will likely continue her journey of self-discovery, having already focused on her own businesses and emotional well-being. As for Kody, his future remains uncertain as he grapples with the shifting dynamics of his family and the new reality of his relationships. The sale of Coyote Pass signals a significant change for the Browns, but it also marks an opportunity for each individual to forge a path that is true to who they are today. The family's journey is far from over, and while the land may no longer hold the same symbolic power it once did, the Browns' individual stories are still unfolding. Stories of love, independence, and reinvention. All sister wives in U of US Update. Mary Brown, Janelle Brown, Robyn Brown, Mike Kelty Padron, Kody Brown. Related. For You, recently uploaded.